We're Carlo and Nicki and we live in Positano, Italy. Our house is far from the road, but it overlooks the sea and we grow our own food. We show you what it's really like living year-round on the Amalfi coast, so please subscribe and welcome to the Positano Diaries. For most of the year in Positano, the sunset is hidden behind the mountain. But for a couple of months in the winter, when the days are at their shortest, the sun can be seen slipping below the sea. Thank you. Go to the front. The other day, as the sun went down, we drove along the coast to see the Christmas lights in Atrani. Atrani, just next door to Amalfi, is officially the smallest municipality in Italy, so it makes up for its size with an incredible light display at Christmas time, turning the whole town into a Technicolor nativity scene. In Amalfi, the streets were strangely empty after the hustle and bustle of summer visitors. But we watched some locals fixing a small nativity scene in a fountain and picked up some chocolates at the Panza bakery.
Hai preso qualcosa di buono?
Sì, chocolates, mostly presents, but something for us too. Here, you can have that.
I miei preferiti. Thank you, amore.
Good morning. We're about to go on a walk with our friend Fabrizio. Now, last week we ended up going on a huge hike, which was 4 hours of uphill climbing, where we looped around the mountain and made our way to the very, very top. And I'm hoping it's not going to be that drastic today.
Poi si toglie il gambo. Senti che profumo.
Oh, sì.
Sì, no, questi quando li cucini fanno un profumo bellissimo. Mi fai prima la padella.
Lo fai anche tu. Perché se mi stai dicendo una bugia solo velenosi.
Ah, che me li prendo pure io, no. Io li ho mangiati no, questi mi sembra una bugia, perché devo dire una bugia?
Vuoi ammazzare Nicki? Ti sta sul cazzo. La togliamo di mezzo.
Filmiamo, so that we've got proof.
Fabrizio is an expert forager. He knows exactly what's edible and where and when to find it. But I must admit, I did pop round to my neighbours to get a second opinion on these mushrooms, just in case. And while we were there, look who arrived! A brand new baby sheep, just in time for Christmas.
Questa è appena arrivata, Nicki. Quando c'ha mica questo qua?
12 ore.
12 ore.
10.
Oh, guarda, è carina. Guarda com'è carina.
I decided to make a mushroom risotto and dry the rest for later in the dehydrator. It took about 6 hours and they were really dry, and I asked on Instagram, everybody told me to store them in a glass jar, which I've done, and I'm no doubt I will rehydrate them in hot water at one point and make another risotto with them.
Siamo stati un po' in giro a fare delle commissioni e adesso andiamo a vedere le vetrine dei negozi, andiamo a vedere le cose natalizie.
I wonder if that one's for me. It's got my name on it. So I know I said in a previous video that I was going to go around Positano and show you all the window displays. Unfortunately, there aren't really many this year. We've just had a walk around, and I think they're keeping it low this year because everything's closed, and they're probably not expecting many visitors. They haven't really done any of the usual Christmas window displays, and there's not many lights either. So instead, we're going to take you to Sorrento.
Siamo in Sorrento.
We've come to do a little bit of Christmas shopping, have a look at the lights, have a drink in a bar maybe, and just spend the evening out. And there's an absolutely beautiful sunset happening. Unfortunately, we can't really see it like we usually would because there's all the buildings in the way. There's always something going on here. Normally it's a puppet show, but it seems to be a TV programme. I don't really know what they're doing there. Where are you going?
Fare un giro! Andiamo a Positano con la Vespa.
Going home! I haven't bought you anything for Christmas yet.
Ah, nemmeno io, amore.
So, shall we get each other something while we're here?
Sì, possiamo provarci. Mi servirà un aiuto però.
Okay, well, maybe Sky can help you.
Ah, sure.
No more than €50.
Ok.
And nothing useless.
Ok, qualcosa di utile, ho capito.
Okay.
Va bene.
It is strangely quiet about. So I'm going to try and find something for Carlo. He's one of the worst people to buy presents for because I just don't know what to get him. I can't get him any tool stuff because I wouldn't know what to get. I buy him clothes. I buy all his clothes anyway, so that's not fun. So I've got to come up with something creative now. I actually wouldn't mind a new bag, a little one, for when I'm going out on walks and I don't want to take my rucksack with me. I'm thinking I could get Carlo a little man bag. He's only got one little one and he says it's a bit too big, so I could get him a smaller one.
Questo mi è vagamente familiare.
Okay, Okay, those bags were really, really expensive, so that's no good. I have to find something else. Sorrento's terrible for shopping. I'm never going to find anything. Another idea I have is a giant mug for him to have breakfast in Tuscany. But there's no homeware stores here, so I don't know where I'd go to get one.
Abbiamo appena lasciato Nicki in un'altra strada e Ollie continuamente si gira indietro a vedere dov'è.
So I might have an idea of what to get Mummy. Last year she got me something for Christmas and I think I'm gonna get her the same thing. So she got me these nice warm thermal tops, which I'm actually wearing right now, and I'm sure she'd love some as well. Her old ones are old, so I'll get her some new ones.
Non credo che Sky sta comprando della lingerie per Nicki lì dentro. O forse sì?
Okay, I've just come to what I remembered being the one vague homeware shop, and it is now, unfortunately, an underwear shop. So I'm failing miserably at this. What am I going to do? So we have re-met up at the Fauna Bar in the main square. Did you get anything?
No, unfortunately, I don't have your size.
No?
No.
Oh. That's okay, because I didn't get you anything either. I had two really good ideas, and one, it was way more expensive than what I said, and the second one, the shop's not there anymore, so no Christmas presents for us this year.
No, niente regali.
But that's fine.
Fa niente.
We've got a house to decorate as soon as Christmas is over and done with, so that'll do. It's nearly 2 o'clock. I haven't even thought about lunch yet, so I'm just quickly cooking something. I'm doing a very simple lunch, which is also in my recipe book. It is tortellini, and I've got a packet here ready made. And I do them in a tomato sauce, and then once the sauce is cooked, I mix it all up, add some fresh spinach and some mozzarella, and put it in the oven for like 10-15 minutes. And it's really nice. So very simple. Cut, start again. I just recorded that whole thing, cooked the whole meal, and realised that the microphone is still sitting on the table. So the volume was really, really bad. So I'm going to have to redo everything that I've just said. So scrap the recipe. I'll show you the finished product. Yes.
Volevo dire che si è molto arrabbiata con se stessa.
Yeah, I'm so annoyed with myself. I tried to do everything really, really well. I got the microphone out, I got the lights out, and I left the microphone sitting on the table. But I plugged the other half into the phone, so you literally couldn't hear anything. What happened? What happened is that I cooked lunch. I've just pulled it out the oven actually. So that's the finished product. We used a little bit of caciocavallo, which is local cheese, instead of the mozzarella that Carlo ate last night. And what I wanted to say was, this video is a little bit shorter than usual. That's because tonight I know is Christmas Eve, and I'm sure you're all far too busy to sit around watching my video. So I thought I would just leave it a simple one for this week. Next week we have the Best of 2023 video coming up, which I did back in 2020, and it's one of my most popular videos ever. So it was a really good fun one to do. I've spent the last couple of months compiling it, and I haven't quite finished because December hasn't quite finished. So we've got to finish that, and that will be out on New Year's Eve. So if you're like me and sitting at home with nothing to do on New Year's Eve, you can watch that. It'll be a fun one. Then, as most of you know, and most of you are waiting, in January we're heading off to Tuscany. Now, what's happening is we are going to head down to Tuscany before we get the keys to the house. So we're going to spend a few days there just preparing and buying stuff that we're going to need, like duvets and pillows and a fridge maybe, and a washing machine, a toaster, things like that. We've got lots and lots of lists hanging around the house at the moment. In fact, well, that's Carlo's list, literally 4 items. This is some of my list, and I think there's more. No. So I've got lists here, and I've got other lists in other places. The spare room is full of bags of stuff at the moment. Slowly, we're starting to take things up to the car. We're going to take 1 carload of stuff from here. I mean, we're not moving house, so we're not taking everything with us, which is great, because who wants to carry all of this up 500 steps? So we're just taking the things that we've got doubles of, things that we're going to think we'll use their, we've got the plate set that Federica gave me in the summer, that's going, so that's quite heavy, so that's got to be carried up to the car. And then we will just take our time settling in. We're going to sit down now and eat our lunch because we're hungry and it's quite late in the afternoon now. So as it's Christmas Eve, I'm going to leave you to have a wonderful evening and a wonderful week, whether you celebrate Christmas or not. Thank you all very much for watching our videos, for all the lovely positive comments that you leave us. And I hope you have a wonderful Christmas time, holiday time, time off, time at work, whatever it is you're doing this week. I hope you have a great time. And we will see you next week with the best of 2023. Thanks so much for watching. Bye everyone.